Dear subscribers and guests of the channel, today I am with you, the author of the Shadow of History channel, a man who is better known as Faust. Faust, the main character of Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's tragedy of the same name, who made a deal with the devil. I didn't make a deal with the devil, but I might surprise you. Today we're going to go back in time and talk to one of the founding fathers of the United States of America, the first president of the United States, George Washington. Please like and subscribe to the channel. This way you motivate me to put out new videos.
Mr. President,
It's been a long time since I talked to people. The last time I had this much fun was when I signed the Declaration of Independence of the United States.
What events and circumstances most influenced your views and led to your role in the American Revolution?
One of the early experiences that shaped me was my service in the Franco-Indian War. This showed me the importance of protecting the freedom and rights of citizens. Later, the American Revolution became an integral part of my life, inspiring me to lead and strive to secure prosperity for our nation.
And what inspired you to lead the Continental Army during the American Revolution?
I saw that our nation and our values deserved to be protected from tyranny and suppression. It was a challenging time, and I felt an obligation to lead the army and serve the nation.
Why exactly did you become President of the United States?
I guess it has to do with the fact that I was the one who led the Continental Army during the fight for American independence. Honestly, during the Continental Congress, I had the impression that I was the one who should do it. And the gazes of thousands of eyes were locked on me. No one else had the respect and love of the people as I did, which made me the only candidate for President of the United States. I was also involved in the process of writing the United States Constitution, which embodied the values of human and civil rights and freedoms. It was these processes that finalized the unification of the former British colonies into a one American nation. If one stays in political power for a long time, one can go mad. So I resigned as a military dictator, realizing that wars end sooner or later, and in peaceful life the ideals of a republic and the value of transition to civilian government are important.
Despite being long dead, you continue to see the United States evolve. Do you think it was worth it?
My principle had always been that a leader should serve the people and not seek personal gain. I believed in a strong and stable state capable of protecting the interests of citizens, ensuring their freedom and well-being. In addition, I have always emphasized the importance of moral values and morality in society. I believe that modern challenges also require honesty, duty, and commitment to society. It is important that leaders remain committed to their nations and strive for unity. Times change, but the values I expressed in my time remain relevant. The establishment of democracy and the protection of civil rights must remain at the center of attention.
Which of the presidents of the United States do you remember and why?
Each of the presidents of the United States has distinguished himself by one character of government or another. I don't have much time to tell you about them all. I will mention Abraham Lincoln, Woodrow Wilson, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, and Ronald Reagan.
Rate each of the people you listed above.
Abraham Lincoln was a remarkable leader who faced tremendous challenges during the most critical period in our country's history. His determination in maintaining the Union and fighting to abolish slavery show his commitment to the principles of freedom and equality. Although I was once a slave owner, I realized that one day slavery would need to be abolished. It, in and of itself, had simply outlived its usefulness, and there was no place for slavery, in any form, in this world. At first, President Lincoln did not have much luck with the generals. They were rather slow and did not understand his thoughts and ideas. At the same time, The president did not understand the generals. People of different thinking always feel that way about each other. Too bad he was killed so quickly. Had he been alive much longer, I'm sure he would have had a more significant impact on the United States. Theodore Roosevelt was an energetic and progressive leader who enacted measures to combat corporate monopoly and protect consumer rights. These legislative innovations were long overdue. When I was alive, the United States was not so developed. No one knew about the Wild West. Cowboys. I didn't even think there would be a civil war. Policies are changing to suit the current world situation. President Roosevelt's stance on conservation also shows concern for future generations in our planet. But this should not interfere with the development of the technological process. Franklin Roosevelt. He was president during a difficult time and demonstrated leadership and decisiveness when faced with tremendous challenges. His New Deal and decisive actions during the war show his ability to act effectively, even in the most difficult circumstances. He was unable to overcome the effects of the crisis in such a way and decided structural reforms in industry, agriculture, finance, energy and labor relations. The new program, war debts, led to the abandonment of the principle of non-intervention and significantly expanded the scope of the American federal government to include the fight against poverty and unemployment. His policies during the Great War were among the most successful. He saw the point of friendship with Russia. But what happened is what happened. Too bad no one ever realized anything. They ended one war and started the next. Ronald Reagan brought confidence and optimism during the Cold War. His ability to communicate and inspire people was an important aspect of his leadership. He realized that the buildup of weapons would have irreversible consequences and our world would be destroyed. The same view, I think, was held in Russia, because the people in power, there were those who remembered the Great War and remembered the price of life. The aspiration for democracy and freedom that President Reagan promoted reflects the basic principles of our country, which were conceived by me and my associates.
What about Presidents Clinton, Trump, Obama, Biden?
I don't think it's worth talking about it now. They have done a lot, but the consequences of their actions or inaction have not yet been fully realized. For the moment, we are again witnessing a crisis of democracy, rights and freedoms. When I was president, I didn't think we would end up as the flagship of democracy, the financial center of the world and a gendarme. But soon, we will get a lot of problems. Big deeds sometimes cause big problems to be fought, both inside and outside. I believe that there is a chance for salvation. You just have to think a little and do everything that would bring peace to our world, which time after time is on the verge of disaster.
Thank you, Mr. President. Alice, we don't have much time. What would you like to say last?
Before I go back to retirement, I want to say that I have no regrets. I have fulfilled the dream of millions of people. I became one of the founding fathers of a country where everyone can feel free. Farewell. Faust.
Thank you for your attention, dear subscribers and guests of the channel. If you liked this format, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, so you will help me to open myself to other people. I love you and it is sincere. See you soon.